Great stuff so far from Visa. This one, though, is there to be hit, and we have our first maximum of the game in the slot there. And full use of the arms by Ali, who just hoiks it out towards the deep square leg boundary. Made full contact, and Derbyshire have their first 6 of their innings. 16 without
about this year.
Ali on strike, and it's aimed in towards the leg stump, full delivery, and it's just flicked off the legs by Ali, who looks in good nick actually with that particular strike. He got 6 of Visa, and he's managed to find the boundary edge, this time for 4. It goes past Revis, who was at deep backwards square leg. So a much needed boundary for the Falcons. That run rate, though, still under 6 after the deep backwards square leg. Thompson short, high up into the air it goes. This won't be a catching opportunity unless it bounces just inside the rope. Well fielded, actually prevents the boundary. And I think that was James Wharton out there doing the fielding, did really well.
Yeah, it was a bit like a golf shot, wasn't it? It sort of plugged as it bounced. It might just have had the pace to kick onto the rope, but he made sure and pulled it back in. Watched it well. John Thompson, just, if anything...
And deep backward square leg. It's short, flashed away, flashed hard, backward of point, and flashed for 4. The length was just offered by Mike there, and it was, in the end, a very elegant strike.
Yeah, we're talking about bowling to your field, and that's what they've been largely doing in that power play. They've got more men outside the circle, and ironically...
Derbyshire 44 for 1, short, pulled high up into the air. And this one will go all the way for 6. Bess was interested at cow corner for just a second as he was positioned on the boundary edge, but he recognised quite soon that that was going all the way. So 4, followed by a 6, and the Falcons just responding to what was a slow start by their standards. Yorkshire will have been happy. Mike in full, hit on the full, and driven out towards Masood at mid-off. Single taken. Great reaction to take that catch, as that one's cut away, backward of point, and they'll beat the fielder inside the circle. Jordan Thompson coming round to field. The green boots that he's wearing into Ali was Chauhan, and it goes through everybody. Through the gates, past Tattersall, and down for 4 byes. And those groans and those oohs just suggest how close actually Chauhan was to hitting the leg stump of Haider Ali. Close, but 4 runs.
Out with the ball for him, bit of ill luck on that occasion.
1 for 6 his figures so far from the 9 deliveries as Ali goes big, big, and all the way. Goodness me, that is an enormous strike which reaches the 3rd tier of the Howard stand. That is a monstrous hit for 6, and Ali moves on to 43. Falcons 84 for 2, and you feel that this really now is a key wicket for the Vikings.
Yeah, just put it in the slot.
4 fielders inside the circle as Ali just flicks that off his legs out towards cow corner. Best coming in from the boundary edge. He comes through for a single, and that brings up 50 for Haider Ali from 35 balls. Maximums at a strike rate of 144.11.
Some luck in that Roses match, I can tell you. It's been pretty bleak in recent seasons. Ben Mike has just gone for a big 6 over mid-wicket to the first ball of this 14th over. And he bowled a really good first over, second over a bit loose. He's gone for 25 now from just 13 deliveries. And Yorkshire, in those couple of wins, they've had no real weak links with the ball in the last couple of matches at Trent Bridge and here against Lancashire the other night. They've tightened things up just by a few percent each, and it makes a big difference, doesn't it, Jane?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I was down at Trent Bridge as well last Tuesday.
So Haider Ali it was with the 6. He's on 57 now and drives Ben Mike down the ground beneath our composition, where David Visa does the fielding.
4, I think.
Is Ben Mike in again. It's a low full toss, and he's played that really well, hasn't he? Haider Ali timed that superbly. So while there is a sweeper out there, no chance of getting his mitts on that.
That was lovely, actually. It just opened the face of the bat and just evaded those two fielders down there on that boundary. So there's one at backward point.
At wideish third. Here's Ben Mike again. Low full toss, flicked around the corner, and that's always going to be four. That's a poor delivery and got the treatment that it deserved, really. So Ben Mike is leaking a few today after a really good start with the ball. He took that first wicket of Lewis Rees with the mistimed ramp shot, but he's gone for 30 up and down the motorways all the time.
Yes.
Jordan Thompson, right arm over the wicket, wide of off stump. He came down the track, did Haider Ali, to give himself a bit of room. He stepped away to leg, but it's a legitimate delivery.
And it was well within that channel outside off stump, you know, and I think sometimes batters get a bit frustrated, don't they, if they back away and they think, well, that was wide, and it's like, no, because if you'd stayed there, you would have been able to connect with that one.
So that was a dot. Can Jordan follow it up with another one? Well, on this occasion, Ali has got underneath it. Shan Masood is interested in trying to take a catch, but it's fallen 5 or 6 yards beyond his grasp. But he has reeled it in before the boundary, and so that mistimed on 22. Ben Mike just been brought up inside the circle from third man. Long on and long off, both out here. You'd expect this to be pretty full, and is, and he's got it away backward of point, where Luxton is quickly round to field, and they again get just the one. Well bowled, Jordan Thompson again. 23 off him now, approaching the
Effects from them.
Here's Ben Mike, as I say, gone for a few, but he might get a wicket here. Visa coming in from long on, and he has taken the catch. And that is the end of Haider Ali. So 2 wickets in successive overs at a vital stage in this innings. And Derbyshire 149 for 4 has got a different complexion to it now, Jane.
It's interesting because when you're playing, you know, people always say just add another 2 wickets to the score, because often when 1 wicket goes, then the next wicket goes, and it's really fascinating that we had 1 wicket in the previous over, and straight away first ball of the next over there's another wicket that falls, and that, as you say, it's a different complexion.